Yo, 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 yo! What's going on? This is the NRW, where nerds rule the world. It's your boy, Kuya P, aka Patrick Michael Strange, and I'm back with the squad to do another weekly pick for y'all. I have, as always, the one who can turn green sometimes if you're bad. My partner in crime with the She-Hulk Attorney at Law reviews. Again, this is, you see the bridge there, green, She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Heather Hurd, how are you, Heather?
I'm very concerned by that opening right now.
Well, you know, we're coming off of a finale, you know, one of our favorite recent Marvel episodes on Disney Plus, at least for me. And you'll catch our
clarify when you say favorite. Clarify.
You'll catch our recaps on the channel with the breakdown, and we had Webster Style. Shout out to my boy Webster Style over from the Checkpoint Squad who came in to join us for that finale talk. That'll be up this week. But yes, Heather is back talking picks this week with us as well. And the one who from his commentary just a second ago, who also doesn't like Quantum Leap. I don't know what's wrong with him there either, but he has obviously his thoughts on She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Mr. Glenn Lawrence, the cat that I guess levels us up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what? I'll say this. I like the She-Hulk finale as much as I like Quantum Leap.
This tells you the kind of taste this man has. I'm not saying anything about that after that.
Hey, you know, it is what it is, dude. But
we can all agree to disagree.
It's good to be back. I'll tell you what I did like.
What you like, bro?
I like that vengeance, bro. I like that Lumpio with the vengeance. That was fun. That was a good time.
Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate it. All the love, man. It's good to hear that you actually enjoyed it. And like I said, I wanted you to be real. And I want all my people to be real, you know what I'm saying? Because I can also say this. I didn't put my full stamp on it. I didn't get involved until after that film. I then got down with the comics, and I will be making my way towards the third film in the franchise where I really will put my stamp on it. So really getting that insight from you guys and you, my man, Glenn, and everybody else that catches it is going to be helpful, because I really want to deliver now that I'm part of the team with that third film in the franchise. But it's good to hear.
If you're going to be in there, I got an idea for a character. I want to go.
Oh, what do you want to see me in there?
I want to see me. Listen,
I'm curious.
Well, to see you in there, I think you're good. Like, I think they got their tech person, they got the nice, sweet person in there. They need another, wild card to team up with Lumpia. You know what I mean, or with
squad,
Kuya.
Squad.
Yeah, okay. But what they need is an anti-hero who slangs chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? I was going to offer my services.
Okay.
I thought that might be dope. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it would be. We can probably get into it later. I don't want to monopolize things talking about Lumpia with the Vengeance, but it's a very fun movie. If you are looking for something fun, lighthearted, just all out silliness, with a good heart, good movie, that's one you should check out, man. I really enjoyed it. I am very interested to see you in there. I want to see that, you know what I mean, Kuya P swag, get that goatee in the universe, and see how it goes, man. But
Thank
man.
You,
so
brother.
I guess that'll also take the place of what I've been watching this week. So that's what I watched this week. And on the downside, y'all already know I was disappointed in the She-Hulk finale. That's my downer that I watched this week. I'm sure people disagree with me, but that's I'm putting that one in my list.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you again on that, Glenn, about Lumpy with a Vengeance. Disagree on the She-Hulk thing, but thank you on that. But again, we're all entitled to our own opinions. We can agree to disagree. And for my character as well, because hey, might as well. I can say Lumpy with a Vengeance. It's not written yet, but I was curious in my writing what I want to do and what role if I put myself in there, which I'm going to do that, man. I want to be in the damn film, okay? I'll say it. I want to be in the damn film. I was kind of thinking I might make myself, for those that are watching this and following and tracking, I'm kind of feeling that I want to make myself a partner with G-Dog as his older brother or younger brother, because myself and the actor that plays G-Dog, the tech guy, if you will, is my good friend Earl Bylon, who you've seen him on Tomb Raider. He's one of the characters on Tomb Raider. the new version of the game. He's also been in Trece. Great guy, but he's also part of my Actors Barcata group, and we've had a fun time doing roles together. So I think if an on-camera chemistry on the big screen with the film would be kind of fun to do as well. So I don't know. We'll see. It isn't in stone yet, isn't written yet, but I appreciate that insight from you, Glenn.
Yeah, I think you would fit part of the team, bro. I think you would have fun.
I was kind of thinking, if I'm not on the team, then I got to be a definitely bad guy. I got to be a bad guy somewhere. If I'm not on the squad, I got to be on the bad guys. Heather, finale. You know, we talked on that, but what are you watching? You know, like we do. What you didn't like that we've seen since then? How you been?
Well, we just did our review for Halloween Ends and our review for the She-Hulk finale. Honestly, other than that, we're still like, me and my husband are still trying to catch up on all of our anime things. So we spent all of last week on a staycation finally. So we watched a lot of Animes. But that was really it. Like we were planning on seeing movies, but no, we just ended up like watching animes, watching some some older horror films, nothing really new. And honestly, the screeners have been pretty light. We just got a whole bunch of stuff this week. So including something that I'm going to have an interview for in November that I need to talk to people about.
Ooh.
Teasers.
I will say this, it's on Apple TV.
Nice.
That's about it.
All right. Okay, for me, I really enjoyed that She-Hulk finale, Glenn, but it's all good. I won't go to the debate with you right now. Well, we won't occupy that space, but enjoy that She-Hulk finale. Heather did a review on Rosalind. That's on Hulu. Is it Rosalind? Is it pronounced Rosalind?
It is Rosalind. I think previously I called it Rosaline. It is Rosalind.
Okay.
So
yeah, I checked that out. And I know, I kind of was like hitting you up a little bit. What did you think? And you gave your review, and I was like, you know what? After I think we did a trailer reaction during last week.
One of my picks last week, and
I
asked you if you wanted to join me on the review.
Yeah,
and you're like, nah, you go ahead and do it. And then after I did the review and everything, you were like, okay, that sounds kind of cute.
Yeah, and so I did check it out, and I loved it. I thought it was great. It was so cute. As a young theater guy, I'm an actor, and being a fan of Romeo and Juliet, this was a great. I think also a gateway for people to get into Romeo and Juliet, if you will, as well. I thought just really well done. It looked like everybody had fun, and a fun ride. A definite plus there. So I want to throw a recommendation out there and second your review on it. Fun little film there. For the tweens as well, I would say. I think fun for everybody, but I think the tweens will really dig into it, and it'll introduce a new set of fans to Romeo and Juliet and everything there. So I would recommend it, Glenn, Lawrence, but I don't know how you feel on my recommendations lately. So
were you so you're in theater, you do comedy stuff, you're an actor now. Were you a high school theater kid?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was not. I was an athlete. I ran around and played sports and whatnot. So it's like hard. It would be hard to be in theater and an athlete because
that's true.
You can't bully people that you hang out with. No, I'm just saying.
I wouldn't say that. Let me bring back the cosign.
No, but it's like the theater kids are they have like events that they have to do in the evening, and then you have practice and games in the evening. So it's like, it's like a choose your own adventure, but as you go down certain paths, you can't go to other paths. But I always was intrigued.
Okay. The movie's fun. It'll take you back to, if you decide to watch it, I would suggest bringing in your wife, is knowing some of her likes. She might enjoy it a lot.
I think so.
I think your wife would dig it. I think Steph would dig this, Glenn.
What's the name of it one more time?
Rosalind. It's on Hulu. Ironically, the next film that it suggests is the 1996 Romeo and Juliet. The same. But it'll definitely harken back to like your high school Shakespeare reading, where you're like popcorning between people and everyone was really poorly talking Shakespeare. So you'll it's just,
and I think the humor. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll dig the humor. Like They just like let them be and just do their thing, which was cool.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm gonna bring that up to her.
Check out the trailer. Check out the trailer, and I think that'll sell it right away. And if you don't feel the trailer, then yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty
so yeah, give 2 minutes to the trailer. And if the trailer doesn't grab you, then you probably I think the trailer sold me.
I have a wide swath of like likes, you know what I mean, in terms of watching things. So I feel like I might like it if it's like unique, and it sounds like it's unique.
Oh yeah.
It's goofy Shakespeare. It's parody Shakespeare, which is almost impossible to destroy, to do better.
Yeah. I'm with it. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All right. So Rosalind, definitely again have to second that from Heather, and recommend it. And also a show that I had to check out because I had a bunch of interviews with the cast for the second season that's debuting this week. So as you'll see when we get into my picks, that is definitely a recommendation. But I dove in and was like, I'm just gonna watch a few episodes. I got hooked. Probably my new favorite series out right now. The season 2 is gonna drop this week. I'm already ready for season 3. Binged everything. When I was just gonna watch a little bit in preparation for my interviews. I think, and I'll talk about it a little bit more when we get to watching the trailer as one of my picks. But as a filmmaker, it's inspired me for what I can do for me as a filmmaker and wanting to bring Filipino representation to the screen. It's a blueprint for me as a filmmaker now. And so I'm curious when you guys check out the trailer, and hopefully you guys will check it out at least a couple of episodes. I think it'll grab you because it grabbed me, but it inspired me to utilize it as a blueprint for my filmmaking stance when I finally do some certain things with what I want to do in regards to Filipino representation. But this is specifically in regards to Latin representation. So I'm talking Acapulco because Acapulco season 2 drops this week on Apple TV. So let's get to the picks.
Let's get it.
Hold on, Heather, go ahead.
Big shout out to for those of you who are enjoying Interview with the Vampire. I also have an interview with Kaylin Coleman arriving. Kriyapi is currently in an editing stage for that. Check it out.
As of this recording, it'll be out later today once we're done with this.
But definitely check it out. I really appreciate her time. We got to talk about inclusivity and sexuality in the early 1900s in Louisiana. So check it out, have fun, and make sure to check that out on AMC.
Yeah. Definitely got to shout that out. Sorry. Thank you for Heather bringing that up. And that reminds me as well, our great Glenn Lawrence stepped in to talk to the Bitch Ass Cast. You want to talk about that real quick, Glenn?
No, it was a good time. We didn't get a long amount of time with them, because it was quick, but I think we did get some interesting questions in there. We got to find out some likes and dislikes from the cast. It was a good time. Bill Posey is the director of that. Tunde, I don't want to butcher his last name. I'll just leave it at Tunde, but he plays Bitch Ass. He was great in there. And then Melissa Sellers was part of the cast too. All around cast was fun or great. We got to talk to a few of them. It was good times. Can't wait to see it up on the channel. That's also in the queue.
It's already up, brother.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's already up there. I didn't hype you yet. I will hype you when it drop this week. But yeah, it's already up there. I really enjoyed that interview. I thought you gave some great content there, and you took a concept from the film where they take board games and you posed that as a question. As well, which I thought was a great question to kind of intertwine it with the concept of the show.
They gave some great answers too, which I didn't see coming. I was like, "Oh, okay," So it was fun. They were a very fun cast. I'm really hoping that the movie does well. And I'm not into horror. I'm not into horror
exactly, which was great.
I enjoyed it.
So props to you, Glenn. Again, that interview is up right now. So check out Bitch Ass and our interview about Bitch Ass on the channel. It's weird saying that but that's the name, y'all. That's the name. And then check out Heather's interview when I have that up. As of this recording, it'll be up, y'all. When you finally see this episode, it'll be on the channel. So check out Heather's interview with Kaylin Coleman from Interview with the Vampire. All right, y'all. Let's get into the picks for the week.
Let's do it.
Ready to get your ticket? All right, let's get on the ticket. The ticket to paradise. You like that segue, huh?
I feel like that's
sorry.
a new
I
thing
think
now.
your things
You always
are
got to get a
nice.
little snippet
Sorry.
before the snippet.
Oh, come on.
You've got to be kidding me.
Excuse me, ma'am. I need
How-
to sit somewhere else. We used to be married.
Worst
How
19 years
Julia
of my
Roberts
life.
and
We were
George
only
Clooney
married
never
for
played
5.
married
Count the
couple.
recovery.
In 4 days' time.
Our daughter's going to marry a guy she just met in Bali, millions of miles from home.
I just really want to kiss you. It's like I looked up for the first time and realized everything I ever wanted was right in front of me.
She's throwing her career away.
Just like her mother did. So I'm the only one who can stop her. She doesn't listen to him.
Oh, champagne.
Oh, 2, please.
Just leave the bottle. Thank you.
I won't let her throw her life away. We need to trick her into dumping him. As much as this will pain us both, we have to call a truce to make this work.
You have to be in lockstep.
Hey! Did you make a pact to not murder each other until you murder me first?
We are here for you, my love.
Yes, we're in lockstep.
Yes.
Promise, no mean comments,
Pretty sure you don't win anything for eating the whole pig.
no arguing,
Get off.
no passive aggression.
What about aggressive aggression? Try to keep the snoring down.
I have a nasal strip.
It's a mystery you're still alone.
Oh
Mom, Dad, this is G'day.
Almost supposed to yes, do today.
You learned that to make me look bad.
You don't need my help there.
Are you
man. Oh, this looks like it's gonna be fun.
don't be a chicken.
You might
Fine.
be working with the sharks.
Can't believe I got bit by a dolphin.
When I do
What's
that,
wrong with you?
he said pressure. He said Georgia.
So what's the plan?
I say we steal the rings.
Lord of the Rings.
How do they look?
Disappointed. Do you think we're wrong?
You're not wrong.
Who are we to say that Lily doesn't know what's best for herself?
Oh my God. I cannot believe you.
What are you talking about?
She found the rings.
Where?
In Mom's bag.
I knew it.
What?
You cleaned up
Thought
pretty
we were in
good.
lockstep.
Here you go.
It's not for the faint of heart.
This is not his first rodeo.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Can we get something a little more age appropriate for these two?
Here we go. Which one?
There's only one.
I see two. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, no.
Oh, wow. Is that
Dad,
how,
please stop doing that.
is that how Julia
Oh my
Roberts
God.
is?
I'm praying for an asteroid.
All right, there we go. Ticket to Paradise. Glenn Lawrence, what do you think about that? You ready to take that trip?
It looks fine. It looks fine. I don't know what to say about that. George Clooney and Julia Roberts in a movie together. That seems like it would be very fun. It looks a little formulaic. Like I'm going to know exactly how it twists and turns, and then the only thing you're waiting for is like how did Julia Roberts and George Clooney interact. But like I said, it looks fine.
What about you, Heather?
Well, we have Caitlin Dever in there, who is also a Rosaline. So shout out back to that film.
Hey.
I agree with Glenn. Like it looks like a very formulaic Julia Roberts movie. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because often enough when you're super depressed and eating ice cream out of the tin, you need a good Julia Roberts movie.
Yes.
Not saying that I've ever done that before. But I will not be seeing this in theaters. I will wait until it hits stream, because I think it's exclusive to theaters. I think that's what it said, right?
Yeah,
like
I think
it.
so.
Yeah.
So
I
when it
think
hits stream.
Hollywood's still trying to figure out who has pull. Like who can we put in a movie and still get people to go to the theater?
Right? Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was never George Clooney. He's a good looking guy, but
With bat nipples.
okay.
he's
To be fair, bat nipples make him sexy. Okay, that's a good looking man to sex appeal. All right, like
yeah. So but yeah, you're right. I think Clooney's always he's great to watch. I don't know if he's like a pull, like like Will Smith comes out with the movie, I'm like, I gotta go to the theater to check that out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
certain people it's like and I think they're throwing all the star power right now to get people into the theaters. I think this looks fun. I think it looks fine.
it looks
You know what?
fine.
Exactly. I Glenn actually said it all. We usually pick 3 picks, y'all, and I was having a very hard time making a 3rd pick. And so I went with the formula. I went into the matrix and did exactly what I would do. Okay, Clooney, Julia Roberts. Would I check this out? Yeah, eventually at some point amongst all the other picks, I would check this out. So I need a 3rd pick, and that's why I chose it.
There you go.
So yeah, I think everybody's sentiments I completely agree with. Looks very formula, but if it's gonna pop up in something if I'm choosing amongst everything, it'll be something I choose. So
you know what? This is just like your pick, right? If you're looking for something to watch, it'll do in a pinch.
There you go.
Right.
Let's head to a pick that I actually completely agree with. I alluded to it earlier. Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Acapulco season 2 drops this week, y'all, with the first 2 episodes, I believe, and then you'll get new episodes every Friday, consecutively up until December. I think it's like 9 episode season, very digestible, only a half-hour show as well. So that's why I binged season 1 so quickly, and then I binged the entire season 2 since they gave it to me. I received it from Apple in prep for my interviews. So stand by this week of release, because I'll be dropping my interviews with the entire cast. I got to speak to them all, y'all, as well as the showrunner who incidentally created Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. And because of my fandom now for this series, I'm now going to actually go check out Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, because I never watched that show when it was out, because I think they're that strong. The showrunner, the writing team on this are outstanding. And again, like I said, this is a Latinx centric show. It's a bilingual show. And the formula of this, when you guys finally watch this show, to me is what I'm going to intake for myself as a filmmaker and wanting to bring Filipino representation to the screen. And like I said, I think saying that this is a blueprint is just, I don't think you can't give enough of a nod to a show.
You raised your hand.
So there you go. You know what? Something's weird now with my Zoom. It's switching things up. I don't know why it's doing that. But there you go. Yeah. Acapulco season 2 dropping this week, along with my interviews as well on the channel. So y'all ready to check out the trailer for this?
Yes. It's my second pick.
Let's go. Here we go.
Come on. It's time for another chapter of my rags to riches life story. Welcome to Acapulco. Now, everyone, get to work. Memo was finally working at the pool with me. Chad and Julia made their engagement official, but I was happy for them because I had my eyes on someone new.
¿Cómo te llamabas?
Máximo.
Isabel. So, what's Maximo's deal?
I think he's Mexican. I didn't know it yet, but everything was about to change for me.
Do you always have to make things a mystery?
I don't know. Do I? Anyway, a dark time in my life was approaching.
Me siento fatal. Odio lo que me he convertido por ese hotel.
My family was at risk of losing everything. But sometimes things have to break apart to come back stronger.
Supongo que no todos mis sueños se pueden hacer realidad.
O tal vez lo que necesitas es soñar más grande.
Life doesn't always take you where you think you should go. But it has a way of leading you to where you should be.
Claro que siempre hay una solución. Eres Máximo Gallardo.
Gracias por recordarme mi nombre. Happiness is about finding where you belong.
Will the owner of the whitest ass in Mexico please come to the front desk?
Who's messing with the PA? Hey, not funny.
Funny.
All right. There you go. Acapulco season 2, y'all. Man, I'm telling you, you got to check this show out. based off of How to Be a Latin Lover. If you're familiar with that film book, again, it's this elder character played by Eugenio Derbez. Is it Eugenio? Yeah. Oh, Eugenio Derbez, who is this guy by the name of Maximo, who's reflecting on his life to his grandson. And that's kind of like the whole setup. And we go flashback to the 80s in his life. And it's just so good. This entire cast was so well cast. Every character has a reason to be there. Every character gets a moment to shine. There's certain characters kind of steals the shine here and there. Speaks on so many different issues. With it being set in Latin America, set in Acapulco, like where language when you're on the resort, they're told to speak English, but then when they speak their actual language, it makes sense. So the bilingual nature of it all is so well done. It just, I haven't seen as a fan of cinema and a fan of TV, seeing culture and representation done so brilliantly as this show handles. So I again, that's why I call this the blueprint for me as a Filipino filmmaker that wants to have Filipino representation done right. I told it to the showrunner, man, and then again to this cast. This is the blueprint for other cultures to kind of rep and have that rep done right, man. Like, I can't say it enough. And if y'all haven't tuned in, you can binge season 1 easy. Season 2 is going to be out this week with the first 2 episodes, and then new episodes every Friday. I'm already ready for season 3, y'all. Like, this is so good. It makes you want to just binge and constant because it's just done so well. You'll feel these characters. And then I also want to pinpoint that there's from season 1, if you're not too familiar with it, there's this angle about LGBTQIA representation that's also done in this series that then takes it to another level with this season 2 that you're going to want to see. And I think it's going to help pave the way for conversations in that regard as well, that you're just going to, and there we go. Because I must have done something with my Zoom where it switches things up again.
Yeah, when you're actually raising your hand now,
Yeah.
it's like,
So sorry for flipping the screen on y'all, but there you go. Thoughts? What do you think of just checking out the trailer? You know, you can be real. Maybe they don't sell it to you because it's a little too, season 2-ish, that you don't know enough to provoke you with a season 1. Heather, what do you think?
I watched the first couple of episodes of the first season. I really liked it. It's a really fun kind of take on, like, what's really funny is that when I was watching this, the trailer just now, it's a lot more, it gave off a lot more feel of like How I Met Your Mother, like,
yeah,
but in Mexico style. It's not so much that in the show itself, but the trailer made it feel that way. It's one of those classic, like, the show has a very classic 80s sitcom feel to it that it's a lot of fun. And I stopped watching it for no particular reason, just other things. I definitely want to pick it back up. I definitely want to, especially with, I think this is like the 3rd or 4th week you've hyped this show. Like, to me personally, not saying that's a bad thing. It's just, I think that with your hype, with your excitement, like, I do want to get back in, because you only get that, someone only gets that excited when they're truly that passionate. So
yeah, you know me. So however, Glenn's hesitant with my picks of late. What do you think about this one, Glenn?
Wait, first of all, when is it set? That was the one thing that I was trying to get a hold on.
Is the 1980s, 82, 84.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like early 80s.
But present day, and then it goes
and
back
reflecting
to
back into the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks fun. It looks interesting. Like, it wouldn't be the first thing that I'm looking at watching or whatever, but I feel like it's one of those series that if I came across it, started watching it, I'd probably have the same reaction as you, Kuya P. Like, oh snap, this is like actually great. I'm really in love with this. I'm really enthralled with it. The trailer didn't grab me, but your reaction, as well as just my insight watching these things now, I'm like, this might have some surprises that I wasn't expecting. It might be good. Like another series that is very much reminiscent and maybe of this style. Never Ever Have I Ever. Is like, have you seen that with not Mindy? Was it Mindy Kaling who created Never Ever?
I think so.
She's the creator of it. Yeah. But it's very solid. It's very fun. A lot of teen angstness. I love.
My daughter's hooked on that show.
Yeah. Oh, Never Have I Ever. Blah, blah. I can't say it. Never have I ever. Never ever have I ever. I can't get it out.
I think it's never have I ever.
Never have I ever. Okay, I never played that game either. But never have I said it correctly. That show, I feel like this is kind of close into like the same theme, same kind of like style or whatever. I'm not sure if you can attest to that, like if you've seen both shows, but I really enjoyed that show, and it was a surprise. Like I didn't know. I just turned it on, like, hey, what's going on? And then it had all the things I like. So I feel like this would probably be the same thing. I probably end up enjoying it, and I'm just gonna wait until that moment. Apple TV has not been getting a ton of play from me, to tell you the truth. Unfortunately, I've seen a couple movies, but in my rotation of like streaming services, for some reason I don't go to Apple Play as much. And every time I remember, there's like one little nugget in there that I'm like, oh yeah, why don't I watch Apple TV much more? Heather, you're shocked.
Ted motherfucking Lasso.
Oh, I like C. C was my jam. I'm all in for C.
I did a few episodes of C. I'm not gonna knock it because I got busy as well. Like I think C was cool, but I gotta really second Ted Lasso is probably one of the most brilliant series on Apple TV
of all time. Ted Lasso is incredible.
Did you ever give it
It'll
a try?
destroy you emotionally.
I'm
so hurt. Like
you'll hate me, but I watched like the first season of Ted Lasso and I was like, cool. All right. It wasn't as groundbreaking to me. I like Never Have I Ever much better than Ted Lasso in terms of that first season. So
I haven't seen Never Have I Ever, but now because you second, I'll give it a try.
It's fun. I think it's cool.
Like my daughter is watching it, so I'm gonna check it out because she's checking it out. But
you might be able to bond off.
Highly recommend. Maybe give it another try.
Ryan and Ted Lasso, if you are a normal human and like television, you should be watching those two shows because your heart will be completely ripped from your chest and you will be crying the entire. Trying is so good. Oh my God.
I'll say this. I watched Ted Lasso and it wasn't like I gave up on it. It just other things filtered in and I never got back to it. So it wasn't like I didn't like it. So it wasn't like I disliked it. It was just more like, oh, cool. Once I've run out of things to watch, I'll circle back around and start finishing it up.
We might lose followers here, Patrick. We might.
Well, I got to go back to see. I think we all have shows we got to go back and check out. I think you both need to go back and check out Acapulco, and now binge up season 1 leading into the season 2 this week, because that's amazing. But I think Glenn, go back, check out Ted. I'm gonna check out C and
Ted Lasso and Paddington. The two things that mean everything on this planet. I don't care. Sorry. All right. But Acapulco, to go back to it, Glenn, to put like a side unbiased, Kuya is just super excited. Point on, like, Acapulco is a really great show. Where I got into it is I was doing homework and it was really great in the background. And I don't speak English, so I would get caught off. But from the few episodes
I don't speak English.
Sorry. I mean, I don't.
I was like, you're doing a pretty good job of faking it right now.
I don't even speak Spanish, so I kept like glancing back over. Before I knew it, I was completely enthralled in it. So like, you'll dig it.
Okay, I like that. All right, I'm taking your word for it. I will probably check it out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to check it out come this week.
All right. Well, also check out the interviews I have with the entire cast this week, y'all, popping up throughout the week on the channel. Such great conversations. I love this cast. Everybody was well casted in it, and they shine whenever they're up on the screen. So there you go. The biggest film dropping this week. I still need to buy tickets. Probably will holler at you both offline to see if y'all are checking it out, because I think we should do a review for this, because we give a lot of shine to Marvel, but we don't give a lot to DC. So
we got to bet on this too.
We need to do this.
Wait, also Kuya P, there is an honorable mention that I wanted to sneak in there because I didn't see you put it on there. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I think we should look at this because
before we go to the big pick.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, sure. I was just going to say if you want to throw it in as like a parting shot, but you can throw it in right now. Just as
yeah. You know what? Yeah. So we'll save that. Oh yeah. You know what? especially because I may have an interview lined up for this on the channel that I may need to throw somebody else's way. So let me go ahead and throw it to this. You want to bring this in?
I can do it. We already chatted about it.
Oh, come on, Heather.
Fine. Glenn can have it. Glenn can have it. Give it to him. Give it to him.
However works. However.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready. Let's get it.
Okay.
Your skills are being sadly wasted in this den of imbecility.
I got things to do.
Hit girl.
Send in the house needs cleaning. I'm done pretending that I can live in a sim.
It is a good word.
It ain't real. What is it?
Cutting edge VR, Flynn. Folks want me to beta test it for a shitload of money, too. Just lay back, close your eyes. Count back from 10.
Oh, snap.
This is London. But London's 70 years from what you think of as the present.
It was like being there, in your body.
You're inside the peripheral.
Oh, wow.
Piloting that body as if it were your own.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, man. Oh, yeah.
I thought I was playing a sim.
It turns out if you prick us, we bleed.
Real action.
All right. Didn't we do a reaction to this, Heather?
We did. You and I did.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got that so important email from the production company, and they're like, "You need to say something." And we're like, "Okay, yes, ma'am."
So there may be other opportunities with this as well, and with that excitement that I'm hearing from Glenn, since you brought it up, how did this trigger you?
Because I've been looking for another immersive world after the last season of Westworld. You know, I love my sci-fi, all my LED blinky lights, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? Here, everywhere. That's how I like it. Heather, that microphone's got me very excited as well.
She's pretty, isn't she? She changed.
So pretty. I need it. But you know, I'm liking to the whole futuristic thing. So it looked very, very interesting from the creators of Westworld. Also having Hit Girl in there, Chloe Morantz. That, you know, that kind of sold me on it. Made me very, very excited. I like these mind-bending things. I like it when people visualize about the future, what the future is going to be, and give us an idea of like where things are going, and you see little pieces of technology that sometimes pop up in real life. You know what I mean? I like these little peeks into what our future may be, because right now I feel like there's a lot of dystopian futures. So there's a lot of, you know, like Handmaid's Tale, what is the Man from High Castle, like all these kind of like apocalyptic almost kind of views of what the future is going to be. This looks like it might hold a little bit more promise for, you know, what we can do in the future. It doesn't seem like things have totally broken down. It seems like there's a little bit of hope here. Of course, there's always conflict, but that's what kind of grabbed me. So I was like, oh, I was thinking that you might have it in your picks, and then I saw that you said you were struggling for a pick, and so I was like, let me just toss out the honorable mention to help him out. That way, you know, we weren't grasping at straws with that last fine film from Julia Roberts and George Clooney. But this looks fun, man. I like it. I like the technology. I like the little AI bots, you know, and their visualization. So I don't know. I spoke a lot on it. Heather, what about you? What are you thinking?
I agree. I also like, I mean, sci-fi. I think all of us are sci-fi nerds here, all around. But it's one of those where one of the cool things about stories like Minority Report is that it's set just beyond our current state. So it's really fun to see what they think will happen. We're still very much in the now, but there's just a little bit different. There's a little bit more. We've perfected it a little bit better. It's not a Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away where everything is robotic. It's the today, just with more. And I like that. I think it's funny. All this does though is remind me of how terrified Kuya P was that I was going to make a snap comment about Jeff Bezos in our review.
That Bezos is going to come after you, Kuya P.
I remember that now. Peripheral, and I think we have some stuff, so we'll see how much coverage we get with that. But yeah, coming our way soon. Put
up the bat signal. I'd love to watch it. I don't know if we got any screeners or advances on it, but it does come out this weekend. So
we'll talk offline because I was trying to school myself up real quick on what we did have while you were talking. So right. I'll pass on that info. We'll save it offline.
All right. Sorry for that.
We'll see what happens with that.
Sorry for the interjection. Now let's get on to the big show.
Good reminder. No, great show.
Yeah, exactly. Because we'll talk on it in a sec. But let's get to the topic. And I think, again, like I said earlier, I didn't buy my tickets for this because we've been doing a lot of Marvel talk. I think we need to do some DC talk, and I think we need to figure out as well. And you all find out eventually if we do that. But I think we need to talk Black Adam. Top pick this week.
Let's just remind the people, Kuya P. I said this is going to be great.
Sacrificed his life to save me. These powers are not a gift,
reviews have been
but a curse.
Leading on the
born out of rage.
Sorry.
This loose cannon needs to be locked down before innocent people start getting hurt.
He's been asleep for 5,000 years.
You find us a cell that can hold him, we'll take
That's
care of
just
the
a
rest.
real live image of The Rock in his ice bath workout.
I didn't bring a passport.
We don't need passports. We're the Justice Society.
There's a war going on outside we ain't safe from.
Black Adam.
We're here to negotiate your peaceful surrender.
Heard about at least 3 killings this afternoon.
I'm not peaceful. Nor do I surrender. Here we go. I kneel before no one.
You didn't come here to seek justice. You came to exact revenge.
Thanks for not giving us all the best parts.
I never said I was a hero.
Giving you respect, I expect the same thing.
You believe you are not worthy, but fate does not make mistakes.
I'm fighting for you. There's a war going on outside we ain't safe from.
You have two paths. You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be its savior.
Ooh, I just got a little chill there. The Rock.
All right, here we go, y'all. In theaters this week, Black Adam. Glenn Lawrence. As you know, we had our discussion during our Wakanda Forever reaction where we kind of came off of it to talk, whether or not this film is going to be a dud or a great one. You still hold the same thoughts on that?
I haven't seen much that's made me be like, I'm not going to like it. I feel like I've had some friends that checked out the premiere. And so I didn't read fully on Twitter, but I did see a couple of tweets that made me seem like I made the right choice. So I think Kuya P might be buying me dinner, bro. I think Kuya P might be buying me dinner. It looks solid. I just got chills when the Rock was walking out from those cars or whatever, and it looked like he was about to give a little what you called signature move there, like the Rock. You know what I mean? Like the people's champ, all that good stuff. Yeah, man, I can't wait. I'm excited. Haven't got tickets yet, but need to get them. Probably go check it out this weekend.
All right. Heather, what you missed out on is we did a reaction to Wakanda Forever, and we kind of segued into Black Adam because I personally feel it's going to be the dud of the year. And we kind of have a gentleman's bet that it'll be
well, that
good or
just
bad.
means I get a free dinner no matter who's right. So I'm fine with that.
What do you think, Heather? How are you feeling about Black Adam?
So I'm going to go back to I think the three of us did a react to this like a bazillion years ago.
Yeah.
My true. So letting all of the crap about DCEU aside, letting how mad I am about as someone who is a Warner Brothers fan, who is a DC girl, who is all the stuff that's happening at the studio and then closing down some very important avenues for very diverse people, including women and people of color, letting all that drop. One of my big complaints about this is that it is too little too late. Like it absolutely devastates me that one of my favorite characters, Dr. Fate, is finally going to be on the big screen, and I've basically lost all interest. It's not necessarily that the DCEU is the issue. This was announced in 2014.
Yeah.
So like, and the thing is that there's some things about, and Kuya P, I'm not sure if you've gotten on the same train yet, Glenn. Some of Dwayne Johnson, no matter how much we love him, no matter how much fun he is, his ego is kind of getting a little bigger than the screen itself. And all I see is The Rock. I don't see Black Adam. I only see The Rock. And I hope it's a hit. I'll say that. I hope it's a hit. My interest has just waned. I was really excited in 2014. And then in 2017, when they reconfirmed it, I was really, really excited.
They made you hold your breath too long.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will say this. I hope it is I hope it is a hit. Because you know what? At least it's not The Flash at this point.
Actually, those echo mine, Heather. And you know that, Glenn, because that's what I said. Like, I wanted to do well, but like Heather, I think Dwayne, who I love The Rock.
Love him.
Is just going to overshadow it in a way, and just, I don't know, man. And what you miss also as well, Heather, is what I told Glenn is I think the Shazam film is actually going to be better than this Black Adam.
Oh, 1,000%. But that's it. The problem is that, so once again, I don't want to go too deep into it, but one of the big issues with the DCEU overall that have separated audiences, is the level of darkness. And DC as a whole is pretty dark. It is much darker than Marvel when it comes to the comic books. It is more willing to get into more of the nitty gritty, but it's really motherfucking dark in the DCEU, much darker than many of the characters. And some say, and I'm going to kind of incline to agree with this, it is specifically in line for a specific set of fans. The audience that this is set for is very direct, and it's not as broad. Shazam hit every single aspect of a regular superhero film while still being in the DCEU. I think that they're going to go in the opposite. I agree. This is going to go in the opposite direction of what they were trying to do with films like Aquaman, Shazam, the first Wonder Woman. Like, we're going back to the opposite end of the spectrum. So
interesting. I think that I can see what you're saying there, and it is a worry that The The Rock is going to overshadow it. This looks like to me that it's straddling between that darkness and kind of the brightness of Shazam. So I don't know. I mean, we've only seen the trailer. But I can definitely pick up what you're putting down in terms of like having that hesitancy with the film. But my man Aldous Hodges, Hawkman, bro. I'm
He's
in,
a cool cat.
dude.
I met him at San Diego Comic-Con.
Plus they got
Dope
Mo
dude.
Ammer in there. I'm in, bro. I'm in. I'm fully in.
Hopefully, seriously, crossing fingers, this is a good movie. Hoping that it hits all of those check marks for people who have been waiting for this movie.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we'll find out. And like I said, I haven't bought my tickets yet. And as I said, y'all, I think we need to do it. And again, we had that conversation, Glenn. So we both haven't bought our tickets. Let's make that happen. And we'll talk next week, hopefully, with our review. And we'll see it. And we'll continue on where this conversation is going to leave out with actually having seen it and our true thoughts. Down?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So my picks again, y'all. Ticket to Paradise, Acapulco season 2, and Black Adam. What do y'all think? What do I get, Heather, on that up, down? Where are you at on the pick this week? The picks this week.
I am solidly in the center. I think we should tag in Glenn's suggestion of Peripheral.
Oh yeah, Peripheral too. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I am solidly in the middle. Once again, I think it's because most of it I'm okay seeing, like, even for Black Adam, once again, due to like more of a heartbreak than anything, I would actually be more willing to see it on stream. So I'm like in the middle. I'm like solidly in the middle.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a middle too. It's a little, you notice it's a little bit down. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn that around and turn it up because I think Black Adam is gonna be solid. That's how strongly I feel Black Adam's gonna be solid.
Once again, I get a free meal no matter what. I'm so excited.
Rock brought it here.
And I have to say for myself, even though it's my picks and it's y'all, my pick doesn't matter. Looking at everything, because I didn't really see the Ticket to Paradise trailer until just now. I had to make a third pick. Acapulco season 2 is a definite up for me. Black Adam kind of brings it, shifts it. I think I'm there as well, like with these picks, and then with Peripheral as well. It's just solid to the side. I don't know yet.
Wait, I guess you didn't. Did you speak on Peripheral? Did you say that you wanted to check it out?
Yeah, it looks interesting. Interesting, but it doesn't. I'm like not all the way there, but it looks interesting.
Okay, so all right, damn, Kuya P to the side. You got to bring this back next week.
Sidebar this week, man. What can I say? All right, let's get up out of here. Heather, how can people reach out to you if they want to talk about why are we so much to the side this week?
Sure. If you want to talk about Black Adam and any comic book stuff, reach out to me on Twitter @NerdIsAHeather or on TikTok and Instagram @HeatherIsANerd.
All right, and Glenn Lawrence, how can they level up with you, my brother?
I love it, Heather. Nice and succinct. For me, you can check me out, levelupcomedy.com, Level Up Comedy across all your socials, Glenn Lawrence Comedy on Facebook, IG, Glenn Levels Up on your Twitter.
All right, and for me, it's the Legend Kuya P on Twitter, TikTok, and IG. Please follow Glenn, please follow Heather, and all of us at the NRW and at New Release Wednesday. Got that out. Where nerds rule the world. We're up out of here, y'all. Deuces.
We'll be right back.